Hello, welcome to my whimsical world of Zen. I'm Ken, and we are continuing on with the quarterfinals for Album of the Year. If you can believe that, one more congratulations to our last quarterfinalist. And now we have a whole new group of records, and instead of doing Red Rover, I'll do King of the Castle. Same idea. We're going to start off today with Taylor Swift in her Tortured Poets department. Tortured Poet department. So right now she's king of the castle, and that has nothing to do with gender, obviously. So she's on top, and coming up against her is Willie Nelson with The Border, which is almost, fitting for the border of the castle, and the king that sits on top, which is Taylor Swift. Willie Nelson comes up with The Border. He had two records in 2024. The other one was The Last Leaf on the Tree, which was not as good as The Border. Didn't make it to the quarterfinals, but this one did, The Border. And man, it is a great record. Willie Nelson, I love this guy. I think he has 63 or so records, and at least 50 of them are dynamite. He's kind of anytime music for me. I love Willie Nelson. Very peaceful and makes my heart warm. And the Taylor Swift record, again, I thought about it before, like she's a tortured poet, and the department for all her tortured poet fans. But listening to this record again, I don't really hear any poetry on it at all. So I'm gonna flip that around, and it's almost like torture for poets that they have to listen to this. That being said, it's a good record. I feel like she's going for like an 80s vibe there, but the producer just has none of the fun of 80s music, and honestly the music of it is pretty nothing much happening. I can't think of one musical hook in the entire album, which is interesting. That being said, her lyrics, again, poetry, who am I to judge, but it seems to me it's more like a tortured diary department. You know what I mean? It kind of seems like the writings are more of if you were writing a diary kind of style than poetry. But hey, to each their own. Willie Nelson comes in and, knocks Tay-Tay off the top of the castle, as it were. And Willie Nelson becomes the new king of the castle with his album, The Border. Stick around to the end. You'll find out who wins this quarterfinal to make it to the end for Album of the Year. But while Willie Nelson is up there on his castle, he's also been on the roof of the White House. You know what I mean? He's in the castle. He's the king. You know what I mean? Not because he's a man, but because he's the king. He's on top. And but then let's throw a fastball at them. And it's actually fastball. So yeah, their record in 2024 is really good. And they're coming up. I'm going to take a listen to the fastball and see if it can take down Willie Nelson as the king of the castle for this round in the quarterfinal. I'll be right back. Well, I have checked out Fastball. Slid right by me. And Sonic Ranch is the name of the album, 2024 release. And I gotta say, I absolutely love it. I listened to their CD, I have it, the song With the Way and all that. But I gotta check out more music because they are great. And so here we got Willie Nelson, one of my top 5 artists of all time, and his great record, The Border. You definitely got to check that out. And he's the king of the castle right now. However, Fastball comes in, and the Sonic Ranch, it takes the spot. That's just the way it is. It's a really good record, and I'm really grateful that it came to me and to you guys if you want to check it out. 2 singers, lots of harmonies. It's very like Beatlesque, Sloan-esque, Oasis-y. If you're into that music, you're gonna love the new Fastball. So yeah, they're the tops right now, and coming in over the horizon is the Ian Hunter legend, from the 70s and on, Mott the Hoople. And Ian Hunter, his album is called Defiance, so I'm gonna check that out. And as it stands, Fastball's in the lead for this quarterfinal. And we'll see if Ian Hunter can take over. I'll let you know. All right. Well, hello. Hello, everybody. The battle of the bands, not really. But the King of the Castle tournament rolls on here in the quarterfinal for Album of the Year. And we have Fastball sitting at the top, and one heck of a record, Sonic Ranch. And, coming up is, well, Ian Hunter, as I mentioned. Now, listening to this, the first little bit, I was like, oh, that Fastball album is really, really good. I really love the double singers. Ian Hunter's just one singer. He does have some guest stars on there. But, I'm like, Fastball's going to take this. And then I get about halfway through the Ian Hunter record and further, as I've listened to it all now again. And it's just awesome. They're both similar, as in rock, kind of music. I'm going to pick Ian Hunter here to become King of the Castle over Fastball. And the main reason is just, it's defiance, but there's a defiance in his voice. He just sounds, weathered. Certainly he's lived a life, but there's a little bit of like punk rock attitude in there, where I found the Fastball songs are awesome, and they're kind of like self-reflection, talking about their lives and whatnot. Perhaps I did not write them. However, I feel with Ian Hunter, he's, kind of writing more about society and philosophical take on things, which is really up my alley. Lyrically, music is what's most important to me, but lyrically, and like I said, he's got that throaty wisdom in his voice. So I love it. So yeah, we got Ian Hunter is taking over, and then over in the distance, from the whatever they call that, the top of the castle, stoop. That's not it. Lookout. I'm not sure. He sees this beautiful woman coming up, and that is Jessica Pratt. So I'm going to check out her 2024 release and then see if it can take over Ian Hunter for top spot. King of the Castle. All right. Jessica Pratt here in the pitch. Yes, as I mentioned earlier in the videos, this isn't an artist I've heard of before. It was just recommended to me, and I absolutely love it. I believe I said before also, it reminds me very much of Petula Clark from like the 60s era, but it's kind of jazzy and quiet. It's a great record to just kind of mellow out to and listen. So yeah, we got, who do we got? We have Ian Hunter with his defiance standing at the top of the hill, the king of the castle, as it were, and the lovely Jessica Pratt starts to make her way towards that hill. And Ian Hunter just says no, stomps it down with his punk rock attitude and his raspy voice and his life experiences. Says, Jessica, now is not the time for you. Today, it is all Ian Hunter. I want to take this. So Jessica Pratt is gone, and then Ian Hunter looks to see who's coming up next, and, well, it was sneaky. So it's going to be Cage the Elephant, Neon Pill. Now, in the previous Royal Rumble video, they were on there, and I seem to be missing that video clip of Neon Pill from Cage the Elephant getting eliminated. So yeah, we're going to throw it back it's right back in. We'll call it a wild card spot. So yeah, Cage the Elephant is up against Ian Hunter right now to win this quarterfinal for the Album of the Year 2024. So yeah, let's go cage that elephant, see what's up. Take the Neon Pill. Morpheus? Well, I have checked out Neon Pill from Cage the Elephant. And yeah, what a great record. I'm glad that it snuck through and kind of made it out of that, was it the Battle Royal? Universe works in mysterious ways. But it always works out. And yeah, so we got Ian Hunter on top of the hill. He's won a couple rounds, which is great for him. And then, Cage the Elephant comes up, and, I'm the king of the castle, you're the dirty rascal, Ian says. And you know what? Cage the Elephant was just like, out of the way, old man, you're out of here. Get out of here. So, they're not from New York, but forget about it. And so we got Cage the Elephant up there, and funny enough, I did say the universe works in mysterious ways, completely not planned, but the next band coming up to the castle, as it were, to take on Cage the Elephant is none other Then the Dirty Knobs, Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs, who actually won that Royal Rumble, that, taking the neon pill. They kind of disappeared for a while, kind of like Frodo with the ring, And, so yeah, the universe works in mysterious ways. So redo in some kind of fashion. And that is Cage the Elephant is on top. They're the champion, the king of the castle, as it were. And, we got Mike Campbell down there. If you remember Tom Petty's Ghost, and Lucinda Williams, Graham Nash, the Entourage is coming to take on Cage the Elephant, which is a really great record. You got to check that out if you're into alternative rock. Really good. Really good. So, we'll check it out. See how the Dirty Knobs do. All right, so Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs. Check that out. That album again. I probably listened to that album 20 times. I love it. And so we got, who do we got? Cage the Elephant on top of the hill. King of the castle, as it were. And Mike Campbell and his Dirty Knobs are surrounding the place. There's a little moat there. No worries. They can float on the moat. So they get over right to the castle. Mike gets right to the top and he's like, you know what? You guys had an amazing record. Cage the Elephant, Neon Pill. But you got to go. Mike Campbell's taking the top spot here in the quarterfinal. That being said, either album could definitely be there. They're both really good, which makes sense getting this far into the tournament. So yeah, we got a King of the Castle for right now, and that is Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs. And there's one more album to go here in this second quarterfinal, and that's Pearl Jam's Dark Matter. So Eddie and the boys step up to the mound, as it was, to the drawbridge that is down. Mike Campbell, they're both Hall of Famers, respect each other greatly. And yeah, I've seen Eddie Vedder on TV anyways, sing with the Heartbreakers, which is awesome. And no doubt Mike Campbell's played with Pearl Jam. That's the way these guys kind of are. And yeah, so I'm going to listen to that record, and we're going to have a winner for the second quarterfinal. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Well. I checked out that Pearl Jam Dark Matter for the bunch of times. And yeah, it's great. It is an absolutely great record. Their first record working with new producer Andrew Watt. Yeah, I really enjoy it. So yeah, back to the King of the Castle. So who do we have on top? We've got Mike Campbell and his Dirty Knobs taking this tournament by storm. They've already won that 10-man battle royal, and now they're winning this quarterfinal of King of the Castle. And yeah, Pearl Jam steps up there, and they, another rock and roll band, more alternative rock than, the Dirty Knobs, Mike Campbell. They're just like rock, whatever that means. And yeah, so they're, I'm the King of the Castle, you're the Dirty Rascal. And I am going to break my own heart again in this tournament. And Pearl Jam is one of my absolute favorite bands ever. Seen them like 13 times live. I absolutely love them. I think Eddie Vedder is one of the best lyricists out there. But this album from the Dirty Knobs, Virgins and Vagabonds and whatever, it's just great. It's absolutely awesome. And yeah, Mike Campbell's going to take this quarterfinal. I can't believe it. Pearl Jam is out of the tournament. I thought they might be the winner. I guess kind of the same as Norah Jones in the last quarterfinal. Now that being said, they might not be done. There's going to be one wild card spot after we're done the next quarterfinal, and maybe Pearl Jam will take that. Or not sure. I'm not sure. We're not sure. But yeah. So yeah, Mike Campbell, congratulations, you and your Dirty Knobs. You took it, quarterfinal. So we've got Jerry Cantrell as one quarterfinalist. We have Dirty Knobs as another quarterfinalist. And yeah, so next video, I guess we're going to be starting the third quarterfinal. So I look forward to that. Thank you so much for checking this out. If you've heard any of these records, let me know what you think is the best record, or if perhaps you disagree with what I am saying here. But yeah, who knows? Anyways, I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.